Good evening, everybody. I am Classy Lady, and tonight you will not be viewing me with my face on. Good evening. Tonight was shampoo night, and my hair is not up to par, so I will not be on camera. I am preparing myself for church tomorrow, and Lord say the same tomorrow. You'll see my beautiful face again. But as far as tonight, I will not come on camera with a bonnet on my head. I don't like going out in public with a bonnet on my head, so I will not come on camera to possibly thousands and thousands of people that may view my video one day with a bonnet on my head. So as you come in, I would appreciate if you hit the like button. I am still on the road to 1,500 watch hours as my first goal, and also 500 new subscribers. Those two are my first goals. Hopefully I can hit those together. So, I am a real person. You just have to deal with the bubble tonight, because I will not be coming on camera with a bonnet. So, I'm going to wait till a few more people come in the chat. If you're viewing my live as a replay, you may want to skip past the 5-minute mark, because as the people are coming in my chat, I do acknowledge the people that drop down to acknowledge that they had the guts to drop down in the chat and say hello. So you may want to, if you're viewing me on a replay, fast forward 5 minutes after you've heard this message. Welcome over, y'all. This is a live chat. However, tonight my face won't be on camera. Hey, Diva the Boss. Can you drop a 1 if you can hear me? I have the camera off, but just the 1 if you can hear me. Okay. Good, good. Yeah. So for y'all that's in the bushes, can y'all go ahead and hit the like button? I'm not on camera tonight because I shampooed my hair and conditioned, so I have a bonnet on. And as though if I said I'm not going to go out in public with a bonnet, this is like being in the public, so I will not come on camera with a bonnet. I did it one time, and I said I wouldn't do it again. I think I come on camera enough for y'all to know who my face is and to see me. And if you want to see what I look like, you're looking at me in the camera with the bubble moving. And if you don't feel that's an accurate picture, then go down to one of my lives and look at me and see that I come live every night with my face on. So if you curious to see what I look like in person, just view one of my lives and you'll see my face. Hey, Bama, how you doing? What's been going on? How was y'all day today? How was y'all day? I had a good day. I was supposed to cut some vegetables up, some squash, zucchini, and eggplant, and I was going to cut them, and I usually freeze some bags so when I want to cook them, they're already cut. And I didn't do that. I was lazy, but I knew I wanted to shampoo my hair, so I had to get up and do that. Yeah. Oh, we got the rain this afternoon. Finally, the weather people told the truth about the weather. About 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? 5:30, 6 o'clock. It gave us the business. I was praying, Lord, please don't let the power go out. That'd be the only thing. I just be worried about the power staying on. But it did its thing, and the power stayed on, and I was glad of that. And I'm glad I had started shampooing my hair and stuff and put a rinse on it before all of that started. But my phone needed to charge up, and I'm glad I had kind of got off a live, which I gotta catch up on some on some lives because I heard there was some cutting up and carrying on going on today. So I kind of want to hear it, and because I like to kind of keep up, but it's certain people I don't care what kind of carrying on and cutting up they doing on here. I won't listen to them. I won't listen to them. They didn't pretty much toe their draws with me. A couple of more have too, but sometimes I just consider them just I don't know. I can't say a straight up fool because one of the persons I stopped listening to was a straight up fool, and I kind of dibble and dabble and listen sometime to them. So you just never do know. You just never do know. It's kind of early, but that's okay. Them, how them grandboys doing and your daughter? I always ask about the babies and never ask about your daughter and son. How are they doing? And are y'all adjusting to the new as they say, bambino? Could I get the other 4 people to hit the like button while y'all coming tuning in to listening? You won't see my face tonight. You'll see just this bubble moving because I have done something to my hair, and I'm not going to come on camera looking any kind of way if I'm not presentable. So I'm just going to be on a black screen for tonight, and hopefully, Lord say the same tomorrow. I'll be back on as usual. Back like I never left. Oh yeah, always. And how's the weather down there? Stephanie, how's the weather where you living in Diva? Or do y'all still have some ice in some of y'all places, or is it okay? Like I say, it's raining, but I'm pretty sure we don't have no street flooding because it was so dry down here. I could probably made some hay out of my grass. So, if anything, it ain't even it haven't even saturated the grounds. It's just probably hitting it and rolling off. Now, if it rains tomorrow, if it consists to rain tonight, it may do something. But right now, it's not gonna do too much of anything. I guess everybody's out and about. My number's not picking up, but they come in and they go out. They come in, they go out. Yeah, we had that bipolar weather. Sometimes it could start off maybe 40s in the morning, and then by noontime it's 89 degrees outside. So you just don't know how to dress for Texas weather. We just really don't know how to dress. So I forgot what I named this. Dating. Did I name this dating? Or moving in together? I forgot what I named this chat. Child, I'll be putting up a title and then forget. Remember, what did I name this chat? What title I gave this? Because I had 2 of them circulating around in my mind, and then I forgot which one I put up, which one I wrote out. Hey, loving my grandsons, how you doing today? Welcome over. Oh, dating. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Welcome over, everybody. I'm Classy Lady. Welcome over to my chat. If this is the first time that you are viewing my channel, would you please consider subscribing? I am a new YouTuber, 9 weeks out. Hit the like button. Don't just look at me. Double tap my face. Hit the 3 dots in the button in the corner, or hit the thumbs up button. come and sit down and just listen for a while. I named my title Dating. Uh, and I think I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to change it. Hey, Lakeisha. Because I really wanted to, I wanted to talk on dating, but really I want to say, would you let someone move in with you? Would you let someone move in with you? Um, uh, a man, a woman, whether they're your girlfriend, you're dating, or a homosexual, like I like to call it, somebody that's looking for somewhere to stay. And normally those come around the holidays, or when it's the winter time, like we say, when it start to get cold and they need someone where to stay. So they'll start getting with women, or when it's tax season, they'll start getting with a woman or trying to get back with someone that they used to date, just to get that money, or sometimes they just need a place to stay. Some people date anything and anybody in any conditions. I guess it'd be just a banana peel, 1 foot on the banana peel and 1 foot on being homeless. Where some people they don't care where they lay their head down. You could move in with a man or a woman and they got a pallet on the floor, and if they let you come stay with them, I guess that's better than staying outside. They just doing just a shade bit better than you, but you staying with them. So it keeps you warm, and or maybe you got a warm bed to sleep in and whatever. But would you let someone come stay with you? It could be a parent. If I'm grown and I have an elderly parent, yes, an elderly parent or alien parent, and the conditions is not good for them to stay at home by themselves, and one of us can't, we don't want to root our lives to stay with our parent, and our parent has lived in this house, and if we could get them to move in with me, yeah, by all means necessary, I would let my parent move in with me. And some of us have uprooted our lives to go move in with elderly parents. You might have 2 of them that's still living, but they just need a little help. One can't really help the other one out, but they help each other together. So yeah, by all means, if I had a older parent and their health issues was not as good, I would let them move in. But the parent being on, and then sometimes people let their people. That's why I'm gonna change the title. You have your parents living with you, and they may have gotten clean off of drugs and need a new start. And sometimes they're maybe coming from incarceration, and depending on what they were incarcerated for and how they treated you before they went into incarceration or whatever, you may consider letting them parole to your house or something like that, and try to help them or whatever get on their feet. But do you set a time limit for them to get themselves together, even if it's a parent that's able-bodied, that may have fell down to drugs or alcohol and things of gambling and things of that nature? Do you give them a time limit in which to get themselves together? Okay, I see you loving my grandsons. How does your son-in-law feel about living with you? Normally, sometimes it's the other way around. How do your son-in-law feels living with you? Is he in the service or something like that, or they falling on hard times, or they trying to buy them a new house? That's another reason why people will let someone live with them if they're trying to purchase a new house, and then they'll tell their kids, "Well, hey, pack up." If they said that your house will be ready in 3 or 4 months, well, that's 3 or 4 months worth of savings that y'all can save or buy appliances and things of that nature, and just come and stay with me or us if it's a husband and wife until your house is finished or until you're able to move into your own place. Hey, Valentine, baby, how you doing? I'm just curious to know, loving my grandsons. Okay. All right. Do they help you out, or not trying to get in your business, but I was just trying to see. Um and I know Mama, you have a new grandbaby, so of course it's helping your daughter out, uh your young daughter out, um to be able to, save some money, or to be able to better help the grandkids, or it may be helping you out, or, who knows? It could be a 50-50 thing. Hey, Kiss This Ring, how you doing? But like I said, I could see if, like I said, if someone, your child or your parent was incarcerated and they're coming out, and depending on what they went in there for, if they have the mind frame of coming out doing what they got to do, and come both feet on the ground and start looking and trying to better themselves, then I can see that. But if you have one of those that are a habitual jailers. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, sometimes that happens too, Lakeisha. A lot of times. That's why I was saying for uh, a parent, a alien parent staying with you, and you're trying to, somebody needs to be there at some point in time. Maybe a nurse comes in during the day and you there at night, or maybe you work at night and a nurse comes during the day, or maybe another relative will come and help you out. Um, I can see that. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I mean, no, because if I would have had at any point in time pack up and pretty much be at my parents' house when my mama was ill, then I just would have had to do what I had to do. Even though I had my own house, I just would have had to come check on my house when I could, or when, like I say, when me and my dad could do shifts or stuff like that. Now, I'm not talking about a alien a parent. Like I said, that's what I was saying. If it got an alien parent or a grown child that has to move back with you for some kind of illness or something like that, or like I said, they buying a new house or whatever. But would you let um, some people let these people that they just meet come and live with them? Yeah, well, I'm waiting. Yeah, if that was a situation too. But some people meet people and allow people to come stay with them, and they don't know people but for a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and they just all free willy nilly let somebody come in, and they a lot of these we'll say women, because most women have their children, and they allow that to bring a man over their children, whether it's a girl or a boy, I think some of them feel comfortable bringing a squatter or a person in to live with them. Say a woman will allow a man and may not know this man for a long time, and sometimes they may know him or may meet him in, say they may meet him in jail or prison. Yeah. Yeah, people will bring demons in your house. People will come in and disrupt your house, and people will come and destroy your house too. They will come and disrupt and come to destroy your peace. But I'm talking about some of these, but I'm really talking about these ones that know these men and women for a short period of time and allow them to come move in with them, and may have known them for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or end up being a prison bae, and do pen pals and meet them in prison, and then when write them all the way up until, and then they convince them to let them parole to their house, and then so you ain't never know this man before he went in prison. You ain't never know nothing about this man. You ain't never know nothing about this man. You'd have met this man pen paling him in prison. And so he convinced you, he talking sweet nothings to you, over the collect calls and writing. But now, some of them have computers and stuff, or they can go to the library with the laptops and stuff, and they get on there and they talking to you all day, and they blowing sweet nothings in your ear and blowing your head up with all that hot air, and then they act to convince you to let them parole to their house, and then y'all gonna be booze and y'all gonna get married and all of that, all these promises, and then he come out and everything is okay for maybe the first 2 weeks or so like that. You done bought some things, and you might need a shelf hooked up, or you might need some furniture put together, and he might, be helping you around, do a few little things, and then, meanwhile, you got to, yeah, child. They still can't come to my house after 90 days. Now you can meet me out in the streets. You can meet me out, and I gotta check your temperature to see what's what. And I'm not too quick to go to their house either, because, like I said, when you go to somebody's house, you're at a disadvantage. When I'm at my house, I have more of an advantage of something that I know I can knock the heck out of you upside your head if you try something you ain't got no business. But not that but if I gotta feel uncomfortable in my house, uh, yeah. Now, I can see people, if you dated somebody, they go to to prison and they come out, y'all still connected, and it would be depending on how long they in there. Okay, now I think that's gonna be part 2 tomorrow. But you've been pen paling. I think you knew this story time. You know this said person, and this said person, you kind of knew a little bit about him. Well, not really much, but the streets talking, and oh, he's supposed to be this. I guess he'll, kind of like one of them street pharmaceuticals, and the first thing they do, as though a lot of rappers, these new rappers, the first thing they do is bling their neck out. They get all this jewelry around their neck and arms, and I forgot the name. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to write the name down. That is really not the real. It's really not real diamonds and stuff. This is Musonite. Is it Musonite? I think it's Musonite diamonds and stuff. Well, anyway, they got all this around their neck, And instead of them, well, getting one nice chain to put around their neck, they got to have 50, all of them bundled up together. And you really can't, if they are some nice ones, you can't even enjoy looking at them because they all bundled up beside their neck and you can't see what is what. But anyway, so you know this guy, and you probably know of the guy, and the streets are talking, the streets know the guy and everything, and you want a roughneck, or a bad guy, because everybody want to feel secure when they dating a man. Nobody wants to date a wimp. Everybody wants to feel secure when they dating a man. So this guy runs with these people, or maybe this guy's in a gang and this gang is supposed to be bad or whatever, and so he goes to jail. No, he don't go to jail. He go to prison. Whether it be the regular prison or it's the federal prison, he goes to prison. So you pen paling this guy, y'all pen paling and stuff like that. And like I told y'all, modern day now, from my understanding, they got computers in the jail system. So I guess with their commissary they buy computers, or they rent computers or whatever, and they can conversate with you back and forth through the computer. Or if you do the old-fashioned way, write letters, which not too many people write letters, but old-fashioned way, write letters. You don't have no choice if your funds is limited, or people consider letting you call them collect. And so y'all communicating back and forth that way. So said person gets out of prison and stuff like that, and been out for a while, and now I don't know where they got out to, where they was released from or whatever. Did they have to go like to a halfway house or something like that, and or was on paper or is on paper and stuff like that, what they call parole, or pardon and paroles. You're on some kind of paperwork, that if you mess up, you do anything as break a glass somewhere, you subject to go back to jail or the prison. And from what I heard, the difference between the state jail and the federal is that if you once you go to the feds, I don't care if you do something in the state jail or whatever, if the feds get wind that you done something, you really consider their property. So if you go to federal, you really, and you have to serve time, it's like you really not a free person. You they property. Now how that work, y'all? How you somebody's property and they ain't birthed you? They ain't your mom or your daddy. But they the system though. They the system. Yeah. No, they did about, I'm gonna say about 6 years. They did about 6 years pen paling back and forth. But I guess that was, not saying that the female didn't move on or wasn't dating other men and wasn't doing what she wanted to do out here, but you still had this one in the side pocket. You had this man that was in prison in the side pocket. You still had your eye on it. And so you had your own business. So it to you, it wasn't nothing, maybe dropping him $50 to $100 a month on his commissary. That wasn't nothing to you because you got your own business. You making money with the business that you have. So you making the money, so you letting everybody believe that you're making the money. And so you pen paling this person. So you pen paling old boy. So now you decide I guess after he done got out and he get hold of you and y'all still talking, and he giving you a story about he can't find no work and all this kind of stuff where he at, and everybody out to get him, and or he got the little work that he doing, he back probably out on the street doing, his being the pharmaceutical rep, might be doing some of that. He doing some of that kind of work, or he might be doing odds and ends, who knows. But anyway, so I'm just say he had to get permission from uh his probation officer or pardons and parole in order to be able to travel to another state in order to see you. So so all that get taken care of. He get permission to travel to another state to see you and stuff like that. So since you have your own business and stuff, um, and one of the things, you want him to work in said warehouse of your business. So he gets out and he come works in your warehouse and stuff like that, and he done been there for about a month. But while he was in there, uh, you had all kind of information on him about some of the things he did, and you doxed him. In other words, you doxed him, so you knew a whole bunch of stuff about him, and you had that locked and stored away. I guess you was saving that. That was like that bullet in the chamber that you was saving, um, in case you ever needed to fire that last warning, or that last deadly shot. So you let so all of that, and supposedly when it all came out, now you wanted him really to come down there because you had been desiring him all these years, and everybody been knowing you've been liking this man, and you had some kind of crush on him, and you had been told him all these years that you got this big house, and you got several fine cars, and you got money and stuff like that. And so all the action take place, and he finally decides to go ahead and take you up on your offer to come down. I'm gonna come down and see how it go for about a month, and and if I like it, then I'll just see by talking to my people and see if they'll let me transfer down here to where you live, and then I can go ahead, the job you got me on, and you paying me some, good money. Then it's all good. Then I can get on my feet and I can start moving like I want to move. Well, you probably was gonna move once you got on your feet. You probably was gonna be coming back and forth to your original hometown, so you can you got front money now to do your pharmaceutical run your pharmaceutical company, or doing what you done. But meanwhile, you a pharmaceutical representative, but you didn't unalive some people. You didn't unalive some people, supposedly, allegedly. You didn't unalive some people, or you got a few under your belt. Well, that was the rumor swerving around, that she really didn't know and she really couldn't prove. Because, men out here on the street, to get street credit, they'll say anything to make themselves look good and make themselves look big and bad. But maybe the people that they may be in a gang with, or they best friend, or they partner, or they buddy, probably really know the real deal, or whatever, but you don't really know. So old boy come to work and stuff, and y'all having a great time of your life, and y'all, you got a live-in man, and for a little while, and y'all sexing, and that's y'all doing all of that, and stuff like that, and he go to work with you or whatever, and after about a week or so, and he get his little first paycheck, old buddy decide he don't want to go to work no more. So he's still laying up there with you, but you not really saying nothing because you know y'all sexing down and y'all going probably going out to eat and you being seen with this uh probably decent looking man or whatever out on the in front of your friends and different people. And week two go by, he still ain't got his tail off your sofa or out of your bed or whatever to get up and come back and go to work with you. You just asking him what he gonna do or whatever, and man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I done got confused. Now I done got down here, and yeah, I wanna work, and but I wanna instead of working in the warehouse, I wanna be one of the delivery drivers and stuff like that. And so okay, you decide, okay, you wanna be one of the drivers. All right, I'ma let you go ahead and drive. So what we gonna do is we gonna go out on a run uh for the next week, the third week, week number 3, we gonna go out on a run, and I can show you, places that we deliver at or where we pick up at and what we do and the ins and outs of the job and everything like that. So, okay, cool. He training in the truck. He at the warehouse. He training in the truck or whatever. So you go to try to get his information. You find out he don't have no license. His license suspended. So you got a business. You got license on your trucks and your business. You got LLC and all this kind of stuff. You've been doing this, so you can't really, you cannot afford to let somebody that do not have license or suspended license drive your commercial vehicles. Because the first thing, hey, let's get better. How you doing? Welcome over. Good. That's good. I know you'll catch a replay on something. So you can't afford to let this man make you lose everything just because his sexing is good. Because now you got to get your feelings out of it. And you got to go back to running your business, because it's not only you and him that you just brought in. You got all these other people that's working in the warehouse, whether it's 5 or 6, or you got 2 or 3 other drivers or whatever you have. You just can't allow your feelings to get in this, and you got to do something different and see what else you can do. Because like I said, you got a business, you got an LLC. You can't let nobody come in there and destroy what you done worked hard for. And you used to making so much money, a day or in a week or stuff like that. And you just can't let it happen because you got a child. You have older children, but your last child is younger, and your youngest child stay with you. And they play baseball. Okay, so they play baseball, so you got to see about your baby and all this kind of stuff. So after you teaching him the rope or whatever, so he wake up one day, decide he don't want to go to work. Well, I don't know if this is what I want to do. My head hurting today. I can't deal with all that noise and stuff like that. And so by the weekend, y'all just having a conversation, and you wondering what's really going on. Hey, what's going on? You knew you asked me to give you a chance, that you would come work for me, and me to give you a chance to get on your feet to earn you some money. And now you done been in the the warehouse, you done been in the truck. You can't run the business. I'm not gonna let you take over my business, my books, or none of that. So she said, well, your head hurt. Your head been hurting 2 days. She said, well, do you need some Tylenol or something like that? What is it that you need? And then, not saying nothing, and you looking crazy. By this time, you looking crazy. You looking demonized. So You know, are you supposed to be taking medicine, or are you on medication? Uh, now, I ain't taking no medicine or whatever. Okay, so the beginning of week four. You know, this supposed to be a 4 week trial period, and he gonna see if he like being down here, and he like working with you and making the money that he want to make. But mind you, he worked week one a few days. Second week he didn't work at all. Third week he went in training for another position, so he got paid maybe for the first 3 days, and the other two you didn't work. So the weekend come, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you. And so Monday and Tuesday, your head and stuff, you still not feeling good. So you still left. So I go on to work and stuff, and I come back home and stuff. My child gets out of school early. Get out of school and come on home, you there. And like I said, we so quick to let people, and when I say we, I'm just talking about people in general, because not me. But anyway, we so quick to let people move in our house, and you think you know them, but you really don't know them. You really don't know too much about them. You in pen pal for the last 5 years. You don't really know that person really outside of jail or prison. You knew of him and some of the people he hung out with, and you may have seen him a couple of times. You had this crush. So a couple of times the little girl come home. I remember this story time. This is a true story, but I'm changing up some of the characters. So the little girl, the girl come home, and she just seen you in roaming around in mama office. Well, what you doing in my office? So she didn't say, I guess she didn't say nothing the first time. And then the second time it happened, you was roaming around. Yeah, you do find out how people are once you let them move into your house. You find out they done dug all in your stuff. Whether they man or woman, they done wore your clothes. You may have a unisex jacket. They done took and wore your jacket. Or you may had a cap or something. Some hats in there. Somebody could have gave you. Or you could have had a brother or cousin or daddy to pass away, and you could have had their favorite hat or cap in there that you was saving, because you wanted to keep as their memory. And you look around, that Negro is wearing that cap or hat or jacket or something of your loved one that you might have had on the plastic, and you done told them, but they feel it's okay, or they done snuck and wore it, and then you done came back home early, or you done seen them out, and you done caught them with it on. So yeah. So the second time, some got moved around, and if you know how you leave your stuff. At least I know how my house is. I know how I leave stuff. I don't care if my room is messy or whatever. I know how my room is. I know where stuff is at, and I know when I'm looking for stuff how it's supposed to be. And I know how the front part of my house look. It's always neat and clean, and everything is in place. So I will know if you move some, even when it even comes down to the remote control. Because my remote control is not in a remote control caddy, but I keep it on the back of the sofa. So when I'm passing from my bedroom to my kitchen, I can pick up my remote, turn the TV on, and as I'm walking in the kitchen, wait till the TV come on, and then I turn around programming what I want to watch. And when I'm finished in the kitchen, whether I'm cooking or whatever I'm doing, cleaning or whatever, and I'm return to my bedroom for the night, I come back and I turn it off. The remote goes back in the same place. I'm turning the ceiling fan off and my oscillating fan off. Excuse me. Those are the two things that I'm turning off in the other room that I don't leave on all night. So I have a routine. So I know when something is misplaced or whatever. So when it was told that you had been in the office for the second or third time, at this point, you had already changed your bus ticket to go home. You weren't supposed to leave till Sunday, but Wednesday you was ready to go. And you start an argument so that, I can get you so mad that you saying you're going to have to get out of my house. When Sunday come, you're going to have to go back home. I'm sorry, this is not working out. Well, now, you ain't got to wait till Sunday. You could take me today. You could take me today. That's that bull spiggity. So, okay, no problem. I'll take you on to the bus station and stuff like that. Because you didn't have no business in my office, roaming around my office or whatever. So I guess he went on here and said, I wanted to go ahead and go today so he wouldn't put his hand on the child, or she wouldn't have to fear that when a child come home the next day that he try to put his hand on her or whatever. But all in all, come to find out, you had got kind of scared of the guy, because now you really find out that he ain't took his meds, and it wasn't blood pressure medicine or something like that you might have, that he didn't say or whatever. It's some emotional medication. So his emotions get all up in a thing. Now he ain't took no medicine because he might have been out of it. And now he done been with you going into the 4th week. So he looking crazy and all of that. So it's in your best interest to go ahead and, when he say go ahead and take me on to the bus station and stuff. Let me get out of your house. So he get to the bus station and finally he makes it back home, and she knows he's back home and stuff. And I guess she talked to him or something like that. But when she go to look, she noticed her computer was missing. She noticed her laptop is gone. And your laptop got a bunch of stuff on there that you can't afford to let get away from you. It's got some backup stuff about your company. It's got some stuff on there that you done acquired and gathered from him, that you done saved on him. It's got some stuff you got on other people, some dirt you got on other people. And it's got some unadulterated pictures of you on there. Some pictures on there that should not be out on the internet. And so you accused him of taking your computer. So when you accuse him of taking your computer, he decides he gonna post some pictures of you on the internet. But before those pictures on the internet, but before he posts them on the internet, he done told somebody that what he had, and he done showed somebody the pictures. He done showed a couple of people the pictures that he had of you. You don't know where your computer is. You've been asking him for it. He won't give it back to you or whatever. But when he showed these other people and they told you about it, then next thing you know, you called to curse him out about that, and you wanted your computer. Well, he called himself gonna blot your face out and stuff. Blot your face out. Some of that old stuff we get in this we got in this sector, and they want to try to change stuff, but the original picture is out there, and then after you done put me out there, now you want to kind of go back and try to block my face out. Well, it's too late, because you showed a couple of people the original things. Let me get that shot of that. Let me get that. Let me screenshot that. Let me screenshot that. So I got something against her too. But in all, they got it because they getting ready to pimp you, because you didn't put that woman's stuff out there. She got a child, and she got children, and maybe them pictures will get back to her baby daddy. It could get back to her parents. It could get back to anybody that will, she got a business. She got a company, mind you. So you doing all of that or whatever. So when she found out you did that, she's so mad. She's so furious at you. And so now, you big dummy, you done all this stuff to this girl that you should not have done. She done asked you for her laptop, her computer for days and days, then asked you for it. Long after you done got home and she realized that you had it. You refused to give it back. So then, since you refused to give it back, she feel you left her no choice. She'd have made a police report on you. Because she also said that you done went and you done took pictures of her house. You done took pictures of her bedroom, her upstairs, her downstairs. You got all these pictures. You call yourself gonna put it on and show it out. Hey, Mimi Afua, how you doing? You decide you're gonna put all these pictures out. You didn't. Now why would you do this to this girl and her daughter that stay there by themselves, even though she have cameras and stuff? Why would you do that? You setting her up for somebody to come over there and rob her or do something to her or her daughter. It's something like that happened that was in the news, where somebody came in on this man and his daughter and unalived them. His teenage daughter. That happened just not long ago. That was on the news. And it has happened where, people will come in and get a whole family. They wipe out everybody, or think they done got everybody, and it's always God leaves a little nugget behind. Whether it be a 5-year-old nugget or it be a 15-year-old nugget that you think you done got real good, and when you leave and they see you leave, they struggle to get to a phone and call for some help. You may have grazed them with a bullet, or they could get out and go to the neighbor and get some help. And so now they can identify you. So you setting this young lady up for some kind of failure or some kind of heartbreak or whatever. So since you did this and you showing all her business on the internet, she ain't had no choice but to call the police on you. So she called the police, and the police came and took pictures and showed she had things in her phone that she could show them. She had recordings of him saying that he had been unalived a couple of people, gave some names of the people he had unalived, and saying that he is a couple of more people he gonna get. Telling her all of this. I guess they pillow talking or whatever. So she didn't got the police over there giving them all this, the report, and the police taking all this information, and she letting the police, the officer, hear the recording of what he said he did to these people. Let him hear what he said that he gonna do to. He named said people that he was gonna do it to, and just he going back to being the old demon that he was before he went in prison. But he didn't go to prison necessarily for that. I don't think they caught him on that. I think he went in. He went in because he got caught with his he sold uh was doing his pharmaceuticals to them people, and them people got him. So since you was doing that to them people and they got you, so I think that's what he went down there for. But dating and letting people live in, the wrong people move in with you, and then her whole thing of the matter is that he stole from her. He stole from her, and he stole something from the daughter. He stole, the daughter played I said baseball, but it's softball. Women play softball. He stole the softball shoes that the daughter had. Some expensive softball shoes and a glove. Bat and a glove. You stole you stole the daughter equipment. And when they realized it after the weekend, when it's time for her to go to practice, she don't have her stuff. She looking for it, can't find it nowhere. So he done got the laptop or the tablet. He done got the baseball glove. He done got the shoes. He done got the bat. He done took all this stuff. And so that's my biggest thing. I'm so hurt that you came in my house. I let you stay here, and you done stole from me. And when I ask you to give the stuff back or tell me where the stuff is at, you don't want to tell me. Well, you know he got rid of that stuff before. He probably had it in a separate bag when he got on the bus or whatever. And maybe when the bus took off, he got his bag from the bottom or at the top. When the bus took off, he may have left that stuff behind so that just in case the authorities were called in his area, and the bus drove off, they wouldn't have found the stuff on him, So no telling where the stuff is at. No telling where it's at. But I'm pretty sure he got the little hard drive. What's that little thing you stick in the computer? He probably got that with him, where he could the little hard drive, the little thing where he could put in any laptop or computer or whatever, or if it was a tablet or if it wasn't a tablet, he could plug that in and get whatever information he want to get off of it and stuff. But you made a bad decision for letting somebody like that come down. If he would have came down, he would have had to have had his own place to stay, being where it would have been an extended stay, or if he would have stayed in a hotel, motel that week. And I mean, for the time that he was going to come down, and maybe I would have picked him up to and from work. I would have probably did the courtesy of that, or he probably would have had the Uber if you catch a bus, however you would have did it. But he couldn't have come stayed there with me and my daughter, because you don't know all what this man been doing in prison, or what he did before he went to prison. Your thing is you wanted a bad boy, but you didn't want one that bad that that he confessed to you that he unalived some people. So now you got to report that. You got to report that he unalived some people. Or well, you should report it. Whether you have the intentions of reporting it or not, you should. But she did report that the tablet or laptop was taken, and the girl's softball equipment was taken as well. And that he had been, rummaging through her office, because the girl, came home from school, and I guess caught him in her office a couple of times. Caught him, in her mama's office a couple of times. And then she told her mama. And so when it came up missing, the mama naturally gonna check with the daughter to see, you seen my computer laptop? No, I didn't see it. Well, It was in my office or whatever. Well, uh, I saw old boy in your rummaging in your office a couple times when I came home from school. Maybe he got it. Oh Lord. So the daughter told off that he had been in the mama's office. So therefore, he the one had it. She talked to him on the phone and all this kind of stuff. He said he had it. She knew he had it. And stuff of that nature. But that's why I was saying, you have to be careful who you got staying with you, who you let live in your house. Because yeah, they could be some demons. They could bring some evil and spirits with them. People, come on will do witchcraft if you believe in it. May leave some hair behind something. Take some hair out of your hairbrush and leave it behind something, and maybe these old witch doctors then told them what to do, or take your hair out your hairbrush or your comb and bring it back with them and take it to a witch doctor. Well, you could be telling them that they need to send you so much money. Well, I don't know. I've heard tales. I ain't been showed. I don't want to know. I don't want nobody to show me. I ain't trying to find out. I'm just saying, you better be careful what you do to people and what, because it might turn around on you. And being that you did what you did to this young lady, she didn't want to do it to you, but she turned around and made a report. And so now, she made a report with her local police department, because you got to do that with your local police department first before you can make it with anybody else, before anybody else will take a report. And maybe her police department detective may get in touch with the burglary and theft department in his town and speak with them and give them a case number about what's going on and what, this person that did it. And I looked up this person. This person got a lengthy rap sheet, and they just was released out of, federal pen or whatever. So another guy that she know that been following the guy got a lot of detrimental information on him. And so basically he just told her, let me know when you decide to make that call to the PO office. And he said, let me know if you know who his PO officer is, give me the number. I'm going to follow up with on the information I have. So was it worth him doing all that stuff that he did to that girl? He should have just gave her computer laptop back. He should have gave it back. So now you possibly could be going back to prison. And if you got any time left, that they said if they see you again, if you got any time, and that could be some hefty time. That could be, another 10 or 15 years. You probably got out on good behavior, or you probably served half of your time or majority of your time. But they say if you come back, you're going to have to serve all this time. So my thing is, dumb, was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it was worth you taking this girl stuff and then putting it in and then exploiting her on the internet. So that's a federal crime within itself. In case you didn't know, big dummy. You big dummy. But she's a big dummy too. Because the guy, and she may find out, he might have touched baby girl in the wrong way. You don't know what he done. But baby girl probably want to make sure, he far away, and that, she hear you talking about something being done, and that he may not come back, and then she might tell you the rest of the stuff. So, that's why I would say, would you let somebody come live with you? Uh, Whether you know them for a long time, you know them for a short time, and these prison bays, you got to be careful of them, cause some of y'all get married to them, and they in prison. I know of them. I know of some stories about that too. But uh, uh, I'm getting ready to go. Make sure we pray for our troops. We pray for our country. We pray for our heads of state, whether we like them or not, because they are making decisions for this country. And don't forget to set your clock up an hour. We springing forward. That means you lose an hour of sleep. We springing forward. Those of y'all that have battery operated clocks, like I have one in my room, I will be setting it before I go to sleep. And I also will be going setting my microwaves an hour and 10 minutes up, because I like to be 10 minutes early. When I look at my microwave and I'm trying to get out the door, I like to look over there and see that I actually have 10 more minutes to get out the door for wherever I'm going. So don't forget to spring forward. Set your clocks up before you go to bed, your microwaves, and if you have a battery operated clock, hopefully your cell phone will regenerate in the morning and you're not late for work, church, or wherever it is you're going. So tomorrow I think I'm going to do part 2, and we're going to talk about prison. So y'all come back tomorrow around 8 o'clock, and we're going to have our second continuation of this story time. I'm Classy Lady. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so and hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm still trying to get them hours and new subscribers up. Y'all go ahead and please watch some of my lives when you getting ready to go to sleep and you want something to rock you to sleep. Not that I'm boring, but just put on one of my lives if you like to listen to somebody talk. I'm an inspirational talker on one of my lives, so click on any one of my lives and you'll hear me talking, engaging, and talking about good stuff, good conversation, and get me those watch hours that I need. And tell a friend to join to Classy Ladies channel so I can get them watch hours and hit my first goal that I'm trying to meet, the 500 new subscribers and the 1,500 watch hours. So until tomorrow, angels on everybody's pillows, and I will see y'all later.